Hello everybody and welcome to Homesteading Haven. I am Sister Mary coming to you from East Tennessee. Now what has happened and what you are looking at before you is a shelf, a planter shelf that I have in my kitchen area. And I, not knowing, did not clip off these herbs when I brought them in and put them and let them be drying out, either on the clothesline or whatever. I brought the whole plant in. I had them in their own area outside in a planter box, but I brought them in and I replanted them in these pots that you can get from Dollar General, Dollar Tree. And they've done great for the winter, but what has happened because of the cook stove, because we use wood, of course, they have dried out. So here in front of us we have rosemary, we have oregano, and we have thyme. So what I'm going to be doing is I've got 3 jars. I've already put the names on the jars of what it is. This one is thyme. So let's see, this is oregano. I'm going to move this one out of the way. And I'm going to bring Mr. Thyme up here. And instead of just getting rid of this and throwing it out, I do have a little grinding tool that came from when we cleaned out the shed from some property that my father-in-law had. So I know that I can use that and grind this up myself. So here is what I'm doing. These are just jars that you may have spaghetti sauce in or pickles or whatever it may be. So let's just get started. I do have a little pair of scissors if I need to. Now, I believe because the plant is completely dried out, and I was trying to water it, but I think what I'm going to do is just salvage these, and I've learned better for next time, right? So here's my thyme, and instead of, it's too dry to try to save, or I'm not going to. So here's the thyme, and look, you can see the little plant is still on it. The herb is still on it. It's just dry. So pull that off. Just clear the stem. Put those little pieces in there. I did think to get the scissors out and thinking that might help me, and sure enough it will. But it's a simple process. I'm just sharing this experience with you so that you know that when this happens, don't think all is lost. Go ahead and take. And see, we're filling up very quickly, and I feel good about not wasting. And you can still smell this in the kitchen if I put my nose up to it, of course. I'm just going to keep pulling these little leaves off. And they are filling my jar pretty quickly. And then I'll still have this container. And I've still got my labels, what it was. It still smells so good right here. And see, some I'm just trying to pull completely. I'm not even having to use the scissors. But I'm just going to show you. Can you see that little bit right there in the jar? I'm not going to keep that process going for right now. We're going to go to the next one. We've got rosemary, and I've already got my jar ready for that one. And here again, I'm just going to go ahead and clip. And I'm going to take those little leaves off. So I know that you're getting the gist of what I'm doing. And then some of you'd say, oh, Sister Mary, why are you even trying to save it? I just was taught that waste not, want not. And I believe that we are living in a day and an age where a lot of people consume and they just take it for granted that it's just going to keep being there to consume. I feel like we need to get back to the way that God intended on us to live in the first place. And that was to work the land. And I know everybody can't work the land, but you can do what you can do. Start out by planting things this spring and summer, even if you are in an apartment or in a small area. You know, this smells so good. Do what you can do and let God do the rest. For He knows what we have need of even before we ask. And even as earthly fathers, they know how to give unto their children good gifts. How much more do you think the Father is willing to give to those who love Him and seek out His wisdom? Now we're coming to the time. I wish y'all could smell the rosemary. Oh my goodness, it's just on my hands. It's so yummy. It smells so good. Now this is the time. I thank you for going on this journey with me. We have a time coming in the next few weeks of animals. We're trying to add goat, chickens, and we'll look at the pigs. I'm not really sure yet. We've had experience with chickens and goats, so we are going to do those for sure. And I will be excited, as you too, to be able to take you to the stock yard with us or wherever we go. As we do have an Amish small community that sells animals, and I think that sale's going to come around April, or it may come a little before. If we go to the stockyard, of course that will be before, but we've still got sheds to build outside, and many of you have seen the other videos where there's just a lot of dirt. It's because there's been nothing here. So you are on this journey at the very beginning if you are watching right now in 2021. All right, I've shared with you what I was doing, and I'll finish that up instead of just keeping you. But again, this is oregano. This was the rosemary. And then this was the thyme. And I will put the lids on, and I will go and buy brand new herbs again to have that started all over again. So God bless you. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe. This helps our homesteading efforts to go out to many. And I just thank you so much for being a part of this journey.